the Contenders. I'm your host, Paegun Young. One look up at the sky these days and you know for sure that autumn is here. The sky is blue, clear, and very expansive. It's kind of too bad that the autumn is so short in Korea, but they say that some things that last a short while can be very special. I hope that this short hour is very special for you. Let's welcome today's Contenders. To our stage, we have the Sori team, Kim Kyung-hwan and Chung Yeon-woo. Thank you for joining us. I understand that you have a third friend, and that is why you chose Sori as your team name.
Yes, Yeon-woo and I and a third friend of ours have been friends for a number of years. But unfortunately, the format of the game could only have two people, so we decided to name our team after his company, Soribada. I'm sure he's watching the show right now.
Want to say hi?
정원아, 열심히 할게.
All right, thank you very much for joining us. Now, going against you, we have a brother and sister team, the Yangs, Yang Seung-taek and Yang Ji-eun. Now, you have a very special reason for why you chose the Yangs as your name.
Yes, it's just the way our foreign friends call us, and they can't pronounce our last name Yang.
Yeah, also, I'm really proud of my name, so we choose team name Yangs as Yang.
Okay, it's very beautiful. Yangs, you want to say hello to your international friends?
Hi.
Okay, good luck to you as well. Now let us begin the quiz. Now in this first section, I'll be giving you 10 multiple choice questions, 10 points each, 5 seconds per question. And of course, you can call out chance to better your chance at a correct answer. We'll take away 2 of the incorrect choices. Sori, if you want to choose among question sets Q, U, I, and Z.
Z, please.
Okay, question set Z. Question number 1. Of the following, which tree's leaves turn red in autumn? 1. Pine. 2. Maple. 3. Ginkgo. 4. Spruce.
Number 3, Ginkgo.
Actually, it's the maple that turns red. The ginkgo tree turns yellow, very pretty golden color. Well, I think it's being on stage that's kind of affected you. It's thrown you off. But we have a lot more questions ahead, and you can definitely make up the points. So, well, good job anyways, Sori. And with that, we go over to the Yang's team. Which question set would you like to have?
I, please.
Okay, question set I. Question number 1. TGIF refers to the joy of weekends. Of the following, what is the letter that indicates a day? 1 T, 2 G, 3 I, 4 F.
Number 4, F.
Good. Of course, thank God it's Friday. And of course, Friday is when we have the Contenders, so it's a very good day for us. Now we go to question number 2. Of the following, what key on the keyboard do you press to move the cursor to the head of the line? 1 home, 2 end, 3 delete, 4 insert.
Number 1, home.
And we go to question 3. Of the following, which is an incorrect country traditional costume match? 1 India, sari. 2 Japan, kimono. 3 Thailand, aodai. 4 Korea, hanbok.
We'll use chance, can we?
Okay, you can use chance. Take away 2 of the incorrect choices. And Yangs, please make your final selection.
Number 3, Thailand, aodai.
Very good. You knew, of course, that the Korean traditional dress is the hanbok, and the aodai actually is the traditional clothing of the Vietnamese. Okay, and with that, you've used chance, and we go into question 4. Of the following, what was the last event during the Busan Asian Games? 1 swimming, 2 baseball, 3 soccer, 4 marathon.
Number 4, marathon.
4 And Yangs, do you actually do any running yourself?
No.
Do you actually watch the marathon?
Yes, sometimes.
Yeah, it's a very good sport to watch, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's quite exciting, actually. And we go on to question 5. Of the following, which of these countries is not properly matched up with its former name? 1. Thailand, Siam. 3. China, Zhongguo. 4. Iran, Persia. 4. Bangladesh, East Pakistan. Final selection, Yangs?
Number 1, Thailand, Siam.
Actually, that was a correct match. It's China Zhongguo because they actually use the name currently. It's not a former name. Oh, you knew this one very well, right? Oh, well, being on the stage kind of does affect you, like it did your team, your opponents today. Well, Yangs, you end the section ahead at 40 points. And now we go on to the section where we test how well you work together. Sorority team, if you're ready, please take your position next to me. And Sori, you picked tennis as your category. Is there a special reason why? Good tennis player?
Not really, but we wanted to learn a little bit more about the sport, so we decided to pick the category.
Okay, did you actually learn a lot?
A lot more than we expected, yes.
Oh, okay, all right. Are you ready?
Yes.
Ready? Go.
R, this is the instrument in which you play the game.
Pardon?
This is the instrument in which you play the game.
Racket.
Correct. This is, instead of doubles, letter S, one person playing the game.
Single.
Correct.
Single.
Plural. So
Singles.
Correct. You messed up on a serve, letter F.
Fault.
Correct. This is not the forehand smash, this is the letter B.
Backhand Smith.
Korean player, letter L.
Lee Hyung-taek.
Correct. One of the the pair of W passed. The score is tied 40-40, letter D.
Deuce.
Switzerland player, letter M.
Martina Hingis.
Correct. English Grand Slam, W.
Won Wimbledon.
Correct. Letter S is the first hit of the game.
Serve.
Correct. This is German player, letter B, one of the older players.
Boris Becker.
Correct. This is the French Open where you play the surface of the French Open, letter C.
Clay.
Correct. The pass. This is a Russian player,
Mara Safin.
letter
Anna
A.
Kournikova.
Correct. The 4 tournaments, they're called collectively, letter G.
Grand Slam.
Correct. U.S. player, letter L,
Lindsay
female.
Davenport.
Correct. U.S. player, letter P, male.
Pete Sampras.
Correct. This is the men-to-men country competition, letter D.
Davis Cup.
Correct. This is the Thai player.
파라던 스리차판.
Correct.
And Sori, like I said, you did a great job of catching up with your team, with your opponents. You have 160 points on the board, and you actually gave us the word forehand, and you used the word hand when we were trying to give you the word backhand, and that is why we couldn't give you the 10 points for that. You passed on the Williams sisters, the pair of sisters that are actually doing a great job of leading the field of tennis, and you passed also on the tennis elbow, which is what you get when you play a lot of tennis and you have problems with your joint. Anyways, Hori, you did a great job. 160 points. Now, Yangs, if you're ready. And you picked the category islands.
Yes.
And do you have a favorite island?
Jeju, I say, because I have never been there, so I want to go.
So I guess you really want to win this first game.
Yes, if possible.
Okay, actually, did you want to make your first trip to Jeju with your brother?
Oh, I don't think so.
We'll see what happens if you guys win. Okay, are you ready?
Yes.
Ready? Go.
Honolulu.
Hawaii.
Pass. London.
British, England,
Know the whole name.
Ireland,
Color name. Pass. Honeymoon, not
Guam,
no, not that.
Taipan,
Yes. Near Korea, as in near Korea, where Tokyo is.
Temado,
Where Tokyo is. Tokyo is the capital of this country.
Japan,
Yes. Pass. Furniture.
Brunei,
Greek mythology.
Creta,
Pass. Pass. It's not short. It's not short.
short,
It's not short.
Long Island,
Yes. Pass. Pass. This is a very famous story of the man who was left in the island alone, and he.
who's the person? Who? Dentala,
Yangs, the island is a pretty limited category, but it proved a pretty tough one because we actually went with a lot about islands. You actually stopped on Robinson Crusoe, written by Defoe. Actually, that is the story you were getting at. And you passed on some others as well. You actually passed on Stevenson's novel of Treasure Island, and Great Britain is what she was trying to get at with the whole name for England. Anyway, Yangs, you end with 100 points, and Sori, you're actually ahead, 160. This is the part where the game gets more exciting because we actually have you guys going against each other. Let's have Mr. Kim Jun-sung come out and give us the questions. Jun-sung, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
And what do you think of the game?
This game is interesting.
Okay, give me more detail, please.
Well, they are actually in the lead after getting 0 in the first section,
Yes.
so that's very interesting.
Very descriptive.
Yes, actually, that is true. It's a very unexpected turn of events, but the islands was a very tough category to have.
That was that was very tough, but I did like how they said not short, and she wouldn't pass, and she just kept on saying not short, not short.
Well, it got to the answer Long Island, didn't it?
Yeah, they did.
That's right.
Eventually.
Well, let's get to the rules of this section.
Okay, this is a round of 15 non-multiple choice questions. Each question is worth 30 points. There's only 50 points, 60 points separating you, so don't worry, Yangs. And the first thing that buzzes in can answer. Now, if the question cannot be answered or is not answered, then it will go over to the other team. And you have 5 seconds to answer. And in the case that both teams cannot answer the question, we will give you a spelling hint.
And of course, whoever wins in this category and actually ends up the winner here gets to go on to the finals to face the SS team, the Soul Searchers team that we had on last week. So if you guys are ready, let's have question number 1.
Question number 1, geography. Recently, Jeju Island in Korea released a new product, which is a 5-liter can of compressed natural air.
Yangs,
Oxygen?
Sori, it's your chance to answer and we'll finish the question.
The air was collected from the waterfalls of this mountain located in the central part of the island. It was then purified of possible contaminants and a natural scent was added. What is this mountain?
Sori, 5 seconds. Sori?
Hala Mountain.
Yangs, I think you're getting a more clear picture of what we're going for in our quiz questions. And let's have the second question, please.
Okay, question number 2 is invention. On October 18th, 1842, this person laid the first telegraph cable. The line was successfully installed, and on May 24th, 1844, he sent the first message, "What hath God wrought?" He also created the famous signaling codes of dots and dashes. Who is this inventor?
Yangs.
Moss,
And of course, Samuel Morse was the man we're going for. And Yangs, you are catching up, 130 to 190. 2 questions between you. Now let's have question number 3.
Question number 3 is about a group. A group of Sicilian farmers are hoping to sell their pasta both at home and abroad. These farmers are dedicated to battling this organization through producing its first anti-blank pasta made from wheat grown on land taken from former boss of bosses, Totorina. What is this criminal organization?
소리.
Mafia?
And you're increasing your lead. We go on to question number 4.
Question number 4, media. The first TV remote control, called Lazy Bones, was developed in 1950. Since then, TV watching habits have changed. This, which is a verb, is to change channels on a television set using a remote control device, especially to change channels rapidly.
소리.
Channel surfing.
And Sori, are you usually a channel surfer?
Yes, very lazy one actually.
So does that mean lazy one as in like you have a lot of time so you channel surf a lot, or do you channel surf like really quickly like this?
I think I minimize the thumb action as much as possible. so
Oh,
lay back.
okay. So you won't drive me nuts if I'm watching television.
I think
with
we're
you.
okay.
Yeah.
And what's your usual channel? Do you watch us often?
아리랑 TV.
That was kind of a leading
Here,
question.
I'll tell you what.
wasn't it?
You can just preset your TV to Arian TV so you don't have to channel surf.
That's right. Why bother at all, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, let's have the next question.
Okay, question number 5, disease. Scientists have decoded the genomes of the most dangerous parasite and of the most important mosquito which transmit this disease. Common in hot countries, this disease
소리.
Malaria?
And of course, this disease spread by mosquitoes is characterized by recurring chills and fever. Not very good.
Actually, when I was a kid, I did a research.
He doesn't want you to get into the research.
Oh, really?
No, okay, let's have it
Okay.
actually.
It's okay. We'll go on to question number 6.
Oh no! Okay, question
Okay.
number 6.
Question number 6, country. Last month, this country's government agreed to allow access to a trove of Ernest Hemingway's papers. Hemingway stayed in this country when he wrote The Old Man and the Sea and For Whom the Bell Tolls.
소리.
Spain?
Yangs, it's your chance to answer, and we'll have the rest of the question.
What is this country?
Yangs, 5 seconds. Make a guess. Okay, and 소리.
Cuba?
You were thinking it all along and got it mixed up in your head?
He was thinking bullfighter.
I think that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Actually, I didn't know. I just took a guess.
Okay, and let's have the next question now.
Okay, question number 8 is actor. Is about an actor. This actor who plays a lonely stalker in his new film 1 Hour Photo says he himself was stalked. One schizophrenic woman even arrived at his home. His public persona as that nice man underwent a transformation into a killer in Insomnia. Who is this actor?
Yangs,
Al Pacino?
소리, it's your chance to answer. 5 seconds. 소리.
Robin Williams?
Actually, Yangs, you had the right movie, just the wrong actor. The bad guy in that movie was surprisingly Robin Williams.
Which is that nice man was a killer.
That's
Yeah.
right. Well, and with that, we go on to question number 9.
Okay, question number 9 is about a landmark. This gate has been wrapped up and enclosed in scaffolding for almost 2 years. The celebrations marking
소리.
Brandenburg Gate?
That's right. And of course, the unveiling of this newly renovated gate in Berlin has to do with the 12th anniversary of the German reunification, and that is why we're talking about this now. And of course, that is the symbol of German unity as well. Yangs, we want to get you back into the action here. I know it's kind of nerve-wracking being on the stage, but please, okay? And let's have the next question, please.
Okay, question number 10 is about chemistry. This is unaffected by most common chemical reagents but burns readily in air. Obtained from petroleum during refining, It is used in candles, for coating paper, and for various other purposes. This is a white, more or less translucent, odorless, tasteless, waxy solid. What is this?
Let's take a look at the spelling hint. This is also used in candles, paper. It's very waxy. It burns. 소리.
Paraffin.
Good job, 소리, on catching that. And let's go on to question 11.
Okay, question number 11 is about religion. Recently, a Russian religious leader paid a visit to Pyongyang. As a result, the first church in Pyongyang is to be built very soon. This is one of the three major branches of Christianity, which was spread by missionary activity throughout Eastern Europe. What is this religion?
소리.
Russian Orthodox. Russian Orthodox Church.
Actually, we would have taken the Orthodox Church, or the Byzantine Church, or the Orthodox Catholic, or Greek Orthodox, or Eastern Orthodox. So you had quite a bit of variation there with that answer. And we go on to question number 12.
Question number 12 is about recycling. In Korea, starting next year, if you want to get a disposable cup in this kind of coffee shop, you need to pay 50 won more. You can see more of these kinds of coffee shops in Korea these days. This is to bring something into the open from a place where it was contained. What is this?
Yangs.
Styrofoam.
소리, 5 seconds. 소리.
Takeout coffee.
Yes, it is the styrofoam or paper cup, but we were going for what you do, and that is the takeout. And we go on to question number 13.
Question number 13 is about health. September 29th was World Blank Day. WHO, the World Health Organization, called on people of all ages to join worldwide walk events. A modest increase in physical activity, such as walking for 30 to 60 minutes every day, even at older ages, can significantly reduce the risk for diseases of this. What is this organ?
Walking helps against diseases of this. Let's take a look at the spelling hint. 소리.
Heart.
And we go on to question number 14 now.
Okay, question number 14, device. Scientists predict that within a decade, this will be as common as dogs in the aftermath of a disaster. This was used to search places too hazardous for humans. This is a mechanical device programmed to perform tasks. What is this, coined by Carol Apek in his play R.U.R.?
This is used, besides dogs, to search places that are too hazardous for humans. Let's take a look at the spelling hint. It's a mechanical device programmed to perform tasks. What do we program to use? 소리.
Robot.
And now we're finally at the last question.
Question number 15. According to a recent German report, this person is using a look-alike for the protection of his safety. After analyzing more than 450 pictures, experts have concluded that there are at least 3 impersonators. Who is this authoritarian?
소리.
Saddam Hussein.
And of course, Saddam Hussein has been president of Iraq since 1979.
I sent a picture in too
Really?
to see if I could impersonate. Okay, that wasn't funny.
That really wasn't funny. Okay. And Yangs, you did a really good job of putting up a good fight, but I think being on stage kind of, unraveled you in the end. Now, you did a very good job. Thank you very much for joining us. But Sori, you actually, despite your humble beginnings with the first section, you end this section winners. Congratulations. Now, Yangs, despite the tough game you had today, I'm sure you have some words to share with the viewers who are supporting you at home.
Just we did our best, you know. We didn't. Yeah.
It was good experience, but thank you, everybody.
Maybe it's because they speak so many languages that
Yeah.
they have to sort of readjust. You speak Chinese, Korean, and English, you know, so that's going to take you a long ways. Maybe not here, but outside of Contenders.
Thank you very much, Yangs, for joining us. And Sori, you know, when you got the first question wrong, it kind of stopped my heart for a minute. I was kind of surprised. You knew the answer, right? But you were kind of...
We didn't know.
Oh, you didn't know. Okay. Well, how does it feel to have ended up the winner anyway?
We're actually quite surprised. We didn't expect to be the next round. I'm sure our buddy watching the show is very happy for us.
Okay, we'll see you right after this. Let us welcome the Soul Searchers team. Welcome back to our stage, Neil Zaruto and Joanne Mamangan from the Philippines. You joined us last time and you are trying at win number 3 now. And I understand a lot of your friends and your family back in the Philippines were watching you and were cheering you on. Yes. How was their reaction?
Well, they were really happy to see us win the first time.
They're really excited.
And now, the second time that we won, we went really wild. So everybody's riveted in front of the TVs waiting for us to come over the next time.
Okay, so you've got a lot more pressure than you did before.
Actually, yes. We're even more nervous now than it was the first time.
Oh no, but you did great before, and good luck to you today. Thank you again for joining us. Team, before we go on with the game, how does it feel to be going against this SS team?
We're speechless, actually. We saw them last week, and they were incredible. So we're actually quite honored to be competing against them. Wish them best of luck.
It's going to be a very fun game. Thank you again for having made it to our final stage. And now let us begin the final section. And now in this final section, we actually give you 5 categories of 5 questions each, 10 to 50 points each. And if you get a question correct, then you get to choose the next question. And of course, if you get it wrong, the chance to answer goes over to your opponents. What are our categories today, Junsong?
If you look on your screen, this week's categories are O, where is it? Living Dead, Good Mistakes, Famous Threes, and Organization.
And of course, O, where is it, has to do with things that start with O and things that have to do with things that start with letter O. And of course, we have very exciting categories today. I get to choose number 1, and I will go with O, where is it, for 10 points. This city was the site of imperial palaces as early as the 4th century. Its importance as a commercial center dates from the 16th century when it became Toyotomi Hideyoshi's seat and grew to be Japan's leading SS.
Osaka.
Yes. Trade center. Of course, his huge castle still dominates this city, and it is on the southeastern Honshu Island. And of course, like 2-time winners already, going for your 3rd, you're already on the board. SS, you get to choose the next question.
Let's have Oh, where is it for 20 points, please.
Oh, where is it for 20 points. Olympus Mons is the highest known mountain in the solar system, rising 26 kilometers above SS.
Mars.
Wow. That's right. 26 kilometers above the surrounding plain and measuring 600 kilometers across the base. And it is named for the Roman god of war and is sometimes called the Red Planet. And Sori, you're just gonna have to buzz in a little quicker and risk a little more, I think. SS, you get to choose again.
Oh, where is it for 30 points?
Oh, where is it for 30 points? Oktoberfest is the 2-week beer festival held annually in Germany. This year, it officially started at 12 p.m. on Saturday, September 21st, which is marked by the tapping of the first keg in the Schottenhamel tent. The keg tapping is a very old tradition in which the mayor of this city personally taps the first barrel. SS.
Hamburg.
Well, good guess, but Sori, it's your chance to answer and I'll finish the rest of the question. The keg tapping is a very old tradition in which the mayor of the city personally taps the first barrel of Oktoberfest beer. This city is the capital of Bavaria, and the 1972 Olympic Summer Games were held here. What is this city? Sori, 5 seconds. Sori.
Munich.
That's right. And Sori, it's good to see you on the board. With that one question, you're even, 30-30. It's a very close game. Sori, you get to choose.
Oh, where is it for 40, please?
Oh, where is it for 40 points? This musical depicts the pioneering men and women of the American Southwest. SS.
Oklahoma.
That's right. The plot of Oklahoma is simple, revolving mainly around the question of who will take Lori Williams to the box social, the decent Curly McLean or the sinister Judd Fry. This Broadway musical is named for the U.S. state, Oklahoma. And SS, you are again in the lead, 70 versus 30. And we'll see what happens. What will you choose?
Let's switch to organization for 10 points, please.
Organization for 10 points.
Hi, my name is Ben Ball, and I'm here at Chamuyunte, or People's Solidarity for Participatory Democracy here in Korea. I've come to Korea to learn about civilian organizations in Asian countries. The center of the world is people, and the most important thing to keep in mind is to keep on forming relationships with people. Well, I wish good luck to all of you contenders today. Do you remember the movie MIB with Tommy Lee Jones and Will Smith? How would it be if your normal-looking neighbor turned out to be an alien? In the movie, K and J are members of MIB, a top-secret organization designed to monitor and police alien activity on Earth. They find themselves in the middle of a deadly plot of an intergalactic terrorist who has arrived on Earth. What does MIB stand for?
SS.
Men in Black.
And SS, you get to choose again.
Let's have organization again for 20 points, please.
Organization for 20 points.
In 1844, the first association of this was launched in London by Sir George Williams and a group of young men to help others find God through prayer and Bible study. This association in Korea will also have its 100th birthday next year. This is an organization whose objective is the development of values and behaviors that are consistent with
Sori.
The Boy Scouts.
SS, it's your chance to answer, and I'll finish the question, please.
principles. Despite its name, membership in this group is not limited to Christians. What is this organization?
SS, 5 seconds. SS.
The Christian Coalition.
Sori.
YMCA.
Yes. Young Men's Christian Association is the long name for YMCA, and of course, a movie about this baseball team with this name is popular in Korea right now. And Sori, it's good to see you on the board. You're catching up. 50 against SS's 80, and please choose the next question.
Oh, where is it?
Oh, where is it? Let's close the category. 50 points. This country's history begins in the early 3rd or late 4th millennium BC, with the rise of a society that had ties to ancient Mesopotamia. Contact with the Western world began in the 16th century when Portugal seized Muscat, which is now the capital city. In the early 19th century, this country was the most powerful state in Arabia. This is the only country. Sori.
Ottoman Empire.
SS, it's your chance to answer, and I'll finish the question. This is the only country in the world whose name in English starts with O. What is this Sultanate country, SS?
Oman.
Yes. And this Sultanate country is in the Arabian Peninsula. And of course, Oman's bases in this country were used by U.S. forces involved in ground raids against Afghanistan and Osama bin Laden in the year 2001. And SS, you get to choose.
Living Dead for 10.
Living Dead for 10 points.
Okay, for 10 points. Investigation on this remains have grown increasingly sophisticated with advances in dating techniques and forensic science. The Egyptians devoted great effort to preserving the lifelike.
SS.
Mummies.
That's right. They devoted a great effort to preserving the lifelike appearance of corpses because they believed that the deceased needed physical bodies for the next life. This term is used to describe a human body that has been preserved by the natural environment or by embalming techniques. And that is, of course, the mummy. And Suri, I think you knew the answer but didn't buzz in as quickly as SS did. And SS, you get to choose again.
Living Dead for 20 points.
Living Dead for 20 points.
Okay, for 20 points. As all the books say, a ghost was a common feature in the genre of the revenge play, of which this is a highly developed example. In this play, the main character is troubled by his mother and uncle who gets married.
Suri.
Hamlet.
That's right. His mother and uncle get married as soon as his father dies. And of course, the ghost of his father appears, insisting that if he ever did love him, then he would find out who killed him. And of course, the play by Shakespeare is Hamlet. And of course, Hamlet is the name of the main character as well. Suri, it's nice to see you getting actually back on, buzzing in really quickly. Suri, you get to choose.
Living Dead for 30, please.
Living Dead for 30 points.
For 30 points. Night of the Living Dead by George A. Romero is still a classic. The dead come back to life and ate the living. Several people barricade themselves inside a rural house in an attempt to survive the night. Outside are relentless shambling hordes of these who can be only killed.
Suri.
Vampire.
Close, but SS, it's your chance to answer and we'll finish the question.
Who can only be killed by a blow to the head. In voodoo, this is a person believed to have been raised from the grave for the purposes of enslavement. What is this?
SS.
Zombies.
And SS, you get to choose.
Good Mistakes for 10 points.
Good Mistakes for 10 points. A French writer made a mistake when he wrote the story in 1697, but it was a good mistake, making for a much more romantic story. He confused two homonyms, ver, V-A-I-R, an old French word for fur, and ver, V-E-R-R-E, which is French for glass. Did you know that the original story had the name SS?
Cinderella.
We know this romantic tale where Cinderella wears a glass slipper, but apparently in the original tale she had a fur slipper. Not as romantic, maybe warmer though. And SS, you get to choose again.
Let's have Famous Threes for 10 points, please.
Famous Threes for 10 points.
For 10 points. This question is multiple choice, so be careful in answering. You have only one chance to answer. We have many legendary artists in various genres of art. Which of these are not part of the modern three tenors? Number 1, Placido Domingo. Number 2, Jose Carreras. Number 3, Luciano Pavarotti. Number 4,
Suri.
Number 4.
Very good, Suri, and you get to choose.
Famous Threes for 20.
Famous Threes for 20 points.
For 20 points. Fun-loving and rambunctious, Huey, Dewey, and Louie are three mischievous kids out to have a good time. Even when they try to do something nice for this character.
Suri.
Uncle Scrooge. Damn.
SS, it's your chance to answer, and please finish the question.
Even when they try to do something nice for this character, he can foul up their plans with a superstitious nature. He made his debut in the Silly Symphony cartoon, The Wise Little Hen, on June 9, 1934. This uncle is one of the most popular of the Disney cartoon characters. Whom are Huey, Dewey, and Louie nephews of?
SS 5 seconds. SS?
Donald Duck.
Oh, sorry team. I know you knew the answer, but we just froze you after calling your name. Okay, well, SS, you get to choose.
Living Dead for 40 points, please.
Okay, Living Dead for 40 points.
For 40 points. Can a life that goes on forever be considered true life? This movie captures the ceaseless sadness of being a vampire.
SS.
Interview with a Vampire.
Yep, and you didn't even let us get to finish the question, but it hadn't even been a year since a plantation owner named Louis had lost his wife, and now he had lost his will to live. And of course, Lestat, a vampire, offered him a chance for everlasting life, and of course he accepted, and he spent the rest of his life as a bloodsucker. And Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt were the vampires in this movie, based on an Anne Rice novel. And SS, you get to choose.
Living Dead for 50 points, please.
We close out the category Living Dead for 50 points.
For 50 points. The term persistent vegetative state was coined in 1972 to describe an unconscious state.
SS.
Comatose.
That's right. This describes the unconscious state in which sleep and wake cycles remain, and the eyes may open, but there are no thinking, feeling, or awareness. Of course, this is coma or comatose. And SS, you get to choose again.
Famous Threes for 30 points.
Famous Threes for 30 points.
In February 1945, the leaders of the Allied powers known as the Big Three met at Yalta.
SS.
Russia, US, and England.
Sori, you get to, actually, Sori, it's your chance to answer. And please finish the question.
Met at Yalta to discuss Allied military strategy in the final months of World War II. The Yalta Conference confirmed the policy of demanding Germany's unconditional surrender. The Big Three included British Prime Minister Winston Churchill, American President Franklin Roosevelt, and this person. Who is the Soviet premier?
Sori.
Stalin.
And SS, I think you would have known the answer, but you buzzed in so quickly that you were left thinking that we were asking for the country names. And Sori, it's good to see you on the board, and you get to choose.
Famous Threes for 40, please.
Famous Threes for 40 points.
For 40 points. This is the name of three English novelists whose works transcended Victorian conventions, and they have become the beloved classics of that era. Anne's Agnes Grey appeared in 1847. Charlotte is best known for her novel, Jane Eyre.
Sori.
Bronte sisters.
Charlotte Bronte's Jane Eyre tells of a story of an orphan girl who falls in love with a married man, and Emily wrote one great novel, the highly acclaimed Wuthering Heights. And of course, we love all the sisters' works.
How could all three of them become such great writers, which is incredible, actually. Usually of, let's say, the siblings, you have one dumb sibling and one smart one.
So which one are you?
Take a wild guess. I'm so sad.
Okay.
We still love you.
Thank you.
And what do you get to choose?
Now that's a good mistakes for 20, please.
Good mistakes for 20 points. During World War II, two scientists invented the magnetron, a tube that produces this to spot Nazi warplanes on their way to bomb. Sori.
A radar.
Well, yeah, you buzzed in. It was good that you buzzed in quickly, but SS, it's your chance to answer, and I'll finish the question. Invented the magnetron, a tube that produces this to spot Nazi warplanes on their way to bomb the British Isles. Several years later, Percy LeBaron Spencer found that this had melted a candy bar in his pocket. In 1954, the world saw the debut of the radar range, the first oven that used this. It went on the market roughly as large and heavy as a refrigerator. What is this? SS, 5 seconds. SS.
A microwave oven.
It did have something to do with radar, but yes, we were looking for microwave. And SS, you get to choose.
Good mistakes for 30 points.
Good mistakes for 30 points. This is another famous example of a mistake turned good. In 1928, a scientist noticed that mold spores had contaminated SS.
Penicillin.
And I suppose you knew that by year. Yes, in 1928, he noticed that mold spores had contaminated one of his bacteria samples. And of course, his name was Alexander Fleming, and that's how we got penicillin, one of our great antibiotics. And SS, you get to choose.
Good mistakes for 40 points.
Good mistakes for 40 points. In 1839, the founder of this company accidentally dropped a blob of rubber on a sizzling hot SS.
Goodyear.
Yep, he dropped a blob of rubber actually on a sizzling hot potbelly stove. When he bent to scrape it off, he found that instead of melting like molasses, it had charred like leather, and he had made weatherproof rubber. Of course, the tire-making company that he founded is Goodyear, and of course their trademark is the wing foot that we all recognize. And SS, you get to go again.
Good mistakes for 50 points.
Closing out the category, good mistakes for 50 points. In 1908, Jacques Bradenberger, a Swiss chemist, worked in a textile firm and was looking for a way to make a stain-proof tablecloth. He tried coating the cloth with a thin sheet of viscose film. No one would buy the tablecloths, but he realized that the sheet of film held possibilities. It took him 10 years to develop a machine to produce what he named this. This is a thin, transparent, waterproof material used for wrapping and covering. What is this? Hoodie.
Saran wrap.
SS, 5 seconds. SS.
Glad wrap.
What we're looking for is not the company name, what we call generically that thing which we cover leftovers with.
It's also used on stage lightings. That's
SS.
Cellophane.
And this tough name, cellophane, comes from the combining of cellulose with the French word diaphane, which means transparent. It was a tough question, actually. And SS, you get to choose again.
Organizations for 30 points.
Organizations for 30 points.
This started to be used officially in 1950, and although it's not a governmental representative, it has consultative status in ECOSOC, the United Nations Economic and Social Council. There are various terms for this, such as the nonprofit sector or the voluntary sector. This aims to protect and promote the public interest, and its membership is open to everyone. What is this continuously active civil society organization?
Sorry.
Non-government organizations, NGO.
And sorry, team, what will you have next?
Organization for 40, please.
Organizations for 40 points.
One of my jobs is to help the Korean branch of TI, Transparency International. TI is an organization promoting transparency and accountability in international development. The TI Corruption Perceptions Index ranks countries in terms of the degree to which corruption is perceived to exist among public officials and politicians. This country has had the lowest perception rating for 3 consecutive years. Tarja Halonen was elected as this country's first female president. What is this country?
First female president, Suri.
Singapore.
SS.
Norway.
This is the most transparent country. Suri.
Finland.
That is correct. And Finland is the most transparent country. And Suri, you get, actually, we have one question left, Suri. Organization for 50 points.
This organization campaigns internationally against the detention of prisoners of conscience.
SS.
Amnesty International.
And of course, Amnesty International works against the detention of prisoners of conscience for the fair trial of political prisoners, to establish or abolish the death penalty and torture, and to end extrajudicial executions and disappearances in the world. And of course, this is a human rights organization. And with that very strong ending, SS, you end up the winners for the third time in a row. Congratulations.
Various prizes are awaiting our winning contenders. Your first win will take you on a trip to Jeju Island. Your second win to Japan. Your third win will take you to China. And on your fourth win, you'll win a trip to Southeast Asia. On your fifth win, a trip to Hawaii. Your sixth win, a trip to the United States. And on your seventh win, you'll take the grand prize of a tour of Europe. We hope many of you join us.
And Hori, well, you went up against pretty tough opponents this time, but you did a great job for your first time on air with us. Do you have any words for your supporters and especially your friend back home?
We did as well as we could, and we're very excited about what we did. We want to cheer on the team going forward. Best of luck.
Thank you for joining us. And now, SS team, you are our three-time winners, and I'm sure the people back at home who are watching you in the Philippines must be thrilled. Do you have any words for them?
Well, keep on watching. We feel your support, and yeah, we hope to win some more, but it's all up to God.
Okay, well, thank you very much, and congratulations again.
Thank you.
That our hour is over. We have a new three-time winner. Please give us any questions or comments on our homepage, contenders.arirangtv.com. Join us next week. Bye-bye.